Hello everyone! As I'm sure you've heard, an enhanced edition of Tears of the Kingdom is launching alongside the Switch 2 later this year. The new version will feature a higher frame rate, improved graphics, and supplemental features on the Nintendo Switch app. The feature that I'm most excited about is the ability to share auto builds with QR codes. So I'm finally able to share my builds with you. Once I'm able to get a Switch 2, I'll release a video showcasing my best builds along with their QR codes. If there are any particular builds that you absolutely want, let me know in the comments. That said, there are two types of builds that are still up in the air until launch. The first is vehicles that travel near the steering stick speed limit. For example, Lightning Larry, which I'm flying right now. Larry has great speed and handling, making it a perfect candidate for sharing. However, we've seen in emulated versions of Tears of the Kingdom that higher frame rates influence the game's physics, causing builds like Larry to break the speed limit. Since the Switch 2 edition will also run at higher frame rates, we'll have to see whether the devs have updated the physics system. If builds like Larry end up too fast to control, I'll prepare some slower alternatives to be shared. Even if that's the case, it's going to be exciting because we'll enter a new era of optimization. The second type of build that's going to be up in the air are those that use unintended or glitched parts. For example, the stolen shrine parts like the seesaws or the depth elevator that I'm working with right now. It's possible that the Zelda Notes app, which will host the QR sharing system, it may filter auto builds that only contain accepted parts. This is only speculation though, and we'll need to wait and see. If those builds are allowed though, you can bet that I'll be sharing all of my best ones. Right now I'm just doing a demo with this depth elevator to show that it has some pretty interesting physics. So I'm making an Orion drive, which is where you point two cannons at each other and you use the propulsion from the explosion to move forward. The depth elevator is able to stabilize itself and is pretty light, so I'm thinking that an Orion drive is going to be a great way to propel it forward. I'm going to use the very front of the elevator as sort of a shield to protect Link from the blasts. As you can see, the depth elevator has some pretty interesting physics, but as far as we know, it's only obtainable on earlier game patches. If those parts make it into the QR sharing system, it could become a powerful tool for preserving and sharing rare building parts. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and thanks for watching, everyone.